Welcome back to Media Champions. I'm your host, Mary Therese Griffin, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, here on Daily Ad Brief. Very excited to have with us a fellow Georgian on the program just north of Atlanta, coming to you from Beaufort, Georgia. We have Courtney, I hope I say your last name right, Plaszenski. Is it Plaszenski?
Yes, correct.
Welcome to the program. So glad that you're here. And you are the owner and producer of Midnight Zone. Let's talk about Midnight Zone. Tell everybody what Midnight Zone is all about.
Yeah, of course. So we started our company about 5 years ago in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we just relocated to the Atlanta area about a year ago. But we started out producing mostly with video production for small businesses. We did a lot of short form social media content for different companies around Pittsburgh and, nonprofits. We would do things like that. And then going into Atlanta, we started a lot of different, partnerships with live production companies. And we also did some more social media management and got a little bit more in depth with that. And then obviously commercials for businesses and a lot of video production.
What kind of changes do you see, Courtney, say in the next 2 years, do you see in the world of marketing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say short form content is becoming extremely popular. We know that on social media, especially, people expect to see video more often and they're looking for that video content. So, being in the field and the industry where we're kind of in the head of that is really fun and exciting. And yeah, so it's actually becoming, I would say, more interactive in terms of TikTok, and you have Instagram polls, you have live streaming. So this content style actually allows, it's interesting because you see a lot of companies who are marketing and they're a lot of branding and there are a lot of just like, company facing different type of initiatives and marketing. But now we're seeing a content style where you're personally connecting with your audience and the individuals and interacting with them. And rather than them viewing advertisement or brand promotions, you actually get to see them in a different light. So I think that's super exciting to see changing in the industry.
How important is
Okay.
it to create partnerships, especially in this day and age, Courtney?
So when I started, I worked at a business incubator, and they had a digital agency, and they helped me a lot with starting out my just having that partnership and being able to do some con was really able to launch my business off the ground. Continue to have those types of partnerships with different advertising agencies, different live stream production companies, different churches in the area in Beaufort. So I do a mixture of, I'm a smaller business, so I do a mixture of contracted work with also producing a lot of videos for clients. So in different it's really important to build those relationships and watch them grow and see all the connections that come out of it in this industry.
How do you help new clients think outside the box, say for clients who have X number of dollars to spend on marketing and advertising, but they're doing it the traditional way? It's not traditional anymore because let's face it, social media has exploded.
Oh yeah, of course. So that's actually something unique. This is whenever a client comes to us and we're kind of going through that whole proposal consultation phase and figuring out what they actually need, because a lot of them haven't maybe worked with video production companies per se, and or whatever their initiative is, they haven't necessarily jumped into. So it's our job to kind of help guide that vision for them. And I would say that the most important thing to take in consideration these days is making sure that you're putting out a lot of content pieces. So it's not necessarily, so important to have one perfectly polished video that takes 3 months to make. Whenever maybe your goal is to reach out and do a certain marketing, advertising plan over social media for a period of time. So I would say that, for example, if you're able to record 8 to 12 content pieces that are all under 1 minute long in one shoot day, I would say go for it because our company actually offers that kind of service. We'll go to an event, we'll have a separate room on the side where there's, they have their conferences, but then they'll bring in attendees and they'll have short little interviews with them. And then we actually offer and say, like, okay, well, we can produce 8 to 10, 12 content pieces for you, and we'll be able to create almost like a social media strategy for the next 2 to 3 months. So it's really important to think in terms of, how you can get the most out of your budget and out of your output for content.
Let's talk about that strategy and how important analytics are when you're showing a customer what you can do for them as far as their vision.
Yeah, of course. So since we've been recently getting into some social media management services for, we work for a coffee shop, and then we're now doing social media management for a bookstore in the local Lawrenceville, Georgia area. We actually have seen the importance of using different analytics for, figuring out the data that you're seeing whenever you actually have different, audience coming and interacting with your pages and growing pages. And I would say my favorite platform that we use is called Later. And Later app is something that is works very well, I say, with Instagram. And you're able to pull a lot of data and analytics. We actually put together monthly reports for our clients, and they're all specifically catered to like the analytics and the data that they're looking for. So it's almost custom reporting for them, and we all pull that through our Later app that we use.
Has it been more difficult, or have you found silver linings with this whole year and a half of COVID that we've had as far as getting businesses to advertise and market their businesses and products again?
Um, to be honest, I would say with COVID last year, it was tough for me because I did a lot of video production in the event industry. And I know that that has to be almost transforming now at this point. And we're seeing a lot more. I would say the silver lining or the positive thing that came from it was the increase of live stream needs. So making sure that, if there's a company that had a virtual or event happen, let me repeat that. If there's a company that had an event happen, like we did a virtual event video for a nonprofit called Apraxia Kids, and they usually do a yearly event where they have a lot of attendees come in. But a lot of these companies now are deciding that they want to do virtual events. So that's an area where if you're a video production company, you want to make sure that your experience in that area is expertise as well, so you can offer that.
Well, Courtney, we really appreciate you coming on the program today. Anything else you want to tell our viewers about Midnight Zone and the great things happening for you guys, say, in the next 2 years?
Yeah, that's a big question. We are in the process right now of building a studio. We have our green screen room and everything, and it's just super exciting to see all of the opportunities that we've come across already in the Atlanta area. So I would say if you're in the industry and you're looking to grow your business, or you're just looking to be involved in marketing on that level, I would say Atlanta is a great area. I've been here almost a year now, like I said, and it's just been super beneficial, and so many blessings have come out of it just immediately once upon we moved when we moved.
So, did you hear when you came to Atlanta that they don't call it Hollywood anymore? They call it Yollywood.
I like that. I actually haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
That's
Courtney,
good.
it's been a pleasure talking with you. I hope you'll come back on the program again. You guys are doing great things at Midnight Zone. Keep it up, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. If you want to know more about what Courtney is doing and all of the great projects going on at Midnight Zone, easy to do. You can check it out by going to dailyadbrief.com. I'm Mary Therese. We'll see you next time for more Media Champions.